Hello friends, I am Harshita Kumar, faculty at Durgadevi Saraf Institute of Management Studies. Today I will take you through the topic sales management. Sales management itself is a huge topic and it cannot be covered in one session. So today we will go through the overview of sales management. What is sales? If we go through the different aspects of sales, the very important factor which is nowadays important in the current era, customers are globally present and they know what to buy, how to buy and when to buy. So gone are the days when we used to sell what we have. Now is the time wherein you have to sell the product, sell the services in the terms to work with the customer, not to sell but to sell to solve. When I am saying sell to solve, it is not what you have, it is what the customer is looking for. So to begin with the sales, I will talk little bit about the evolution of sales department. Before the industrial revolution, there was nothing called as sales department or marketing department because the manufacturer are themselves the seller and there was no need to go here and there to sell the product, to market it or to sell it. After the industrial revolution, things has come and there was the establishment of the department and then so on and so forth. Before we begin, let's talk about the definition of sales management. What is sales management and how do we go ahead with this department? It's simply the planning, the direction and control of personal selling. I will take you through the different topics as we will go ahead with different sessions and maybe I will discuss also about personal selling. Today I will just talk about the overview, and when I am saying personal selling, you need to have a manpower which includes recruiting, selecting, assigning them, supervising them and very important, the motivating your sales force. And when I am saying recruiting and motivating is the time when you have to think whom you want, why you want and for what work you want. So basically this is the definition of the sales management wherein we will take you through the different parts of the sales management. When you go through this chart or this graph or the table, these are the different steps which is required in any selling process. So we will go step by step with all these topics and we will discuss in details as we will go ahead with our sales management sessions. So the first and the foremost thing about selling process is to set an objective. Without setting an objective, we all cannot work, and so with the sales process also. So first and foremost important thing is to set your goal, set your objective. Once you set your objective, the idea is to form the policies. Policies within the company and what are the policies which is there in the external environment. After formulating the policies, the idea is to form the strategies. When I am saying strategy, strategy could be in terms of price, it could be in terms of product or it could be in terms of distribution. We will definitely take you through these details, but coming ahead with the steps, the determination of budget. Without budget, it's very difficult to do any kind of process, any activity. So we need to determine the budget, whatever the process we are going to ahead. And the very important process of any selling process is to manage your sales force. And when I am saying managing your sales force, it's not an important task. It's a very crucial role of any selling process because here the sales manager has to handle the different manpower, including the recruiting till the part of their evaluation. And last but not the least of the steps is the evaluation. And when we say sales evaluation, we are evaluating the sales force, we are evaluating our own process, we are evaluating our sales forecast and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead the different terminologies of sales management. The first important aspect of sales management, you should have a sales manager. And what's the role of sales manager? The role is to do the personal selling activity. It could be a corporate sales, it could be one-to-one selling also. And the idea is to manage as a sales force. And these sales managers are responsible for organizing the sales effort both within the company and outside the company. When I am saying both within and outside the company is to understand how your sales force are working and outside the company when they are going out to do the selling activity, whether they are forming the same policies, whether they are working in the same strategy or what they are talking about your product or services. And of course, the sales manager responsibility is to build an informal and formal structure to ensure the effective communication within the department, if that's a sales department, and with the departments, other departments. And when I am saying other departments, it could be your marketing, it could be your production, your promotional departments, and so on. So a sales manager, a good sales manager, always build a good rapport with all these departments, because they are obviously dependent upon these departments as well. And outside the company, they have to form a good PR, a good relation to maintain an effective distribution network, because we all know that distributors play a very important role in any selling process. To move ahead, sales manager plays a very critical role in making certain decisions, budgeting, quotas and territory. When I am saying quota, it's nothing but the target of the sales force, the target of a company, the target of that territory also. And they are the one who decides the different policies, advertising, promotions and pricing as well. There are so many objectives of sales management, but the main three objectives are, we all know that the sales volume, the revenue, which is something very important, and the sales department is the only department which generates the revenue. So the objective of the sales management is to increase the sales volume, contribution to profits, and for the continuing growth. When I am saying continuing growth, it's nothing but how you establish yourself in the market, organizational establishment, brand equity, and so on. What are the activities in the sales department? So different activities is to delegate the different marketing management, which delegates to sales management, because sales management being a very crucial department under marketing activity, and there the objectives translated into goals, and then they broken down into a short-term goals and long-term goals. Of course, the planning has to execute in a different format to understand the market and sales potential and the capabilities of the sales force and middleman, because there might be the possibility that the market has the potential, but you yourself being the sales department is not having the sales potential. So the sales management activity is to guide and lead the sales personnel who can play a very important and crucial role in implementing all the planning, all the plans what you have done for selling the product or services. Very important, this particular formula plays a very important role in sales department. Sales minus cost of sales equal to gross margin, and the gross margin minus expenses equal to net profit. So generally, suppose whatever reason, being the external environment is not favorable to me and my sales has not done the way which I was looking for, so I can cut down my expenses to see that the net profit should come as per my expectation, because ultimately the graph has to move on. So company generally, top management play with this formula in judging the effectiveness of the sales management. Maybe I am using this word in a wrong way, playing with this formula. I would say that they are putting it in a very effective manner to understand the effectiveness of the sales management. Now let's talk about the sales executives, because they are the one who are actually implementing all these activities and all this planning in a real life with the customers. So they are the one who talks about the organization, who plan, who are involved in marketing program and other distribution network as well. Now very important aspect, that the coordination and implementation of overall marketing strategies, because strategy is something which is formed from the top management, but the sales force being the floor managers are the one who is formulating this strategy. Be it brand extension, be it brand strategy, or be it brand equity, they are the one who talks about the sales, they are the one who talks about the brand, they are the one who implement all this planning and strategy. So to do this, they all need to understand in a very nice manner and without any miscommunication that how to follow the policies, what are the plans, what are the strategies, and they are the one who are putting into the execution. Now what are the objectives? As we have discussed earlier, 3 points. The objective of sales department, no worries that it's of course the sales volume, the profit also. So we need to understand what are the market opportunities, who are my target market, and without that we cannot just form our sales, we cannot achieve our sales objective. The idea is to understand the market, understand the target, and perform with the help of your marketing personnel and sales personnel as well. Now there is one word which comes, sales control. Why do we need a control in sales? I mean, it's okay if I am able to sell the product, let me sell it. But no, there are certain rules, there are certain policies that you need to put a control on certain things. So why do we need this? We need this because there are so many times that the process which we are doing might be not working in the same manner what we thought of. There might be the possibility that the production department is not in a position to produce the products which I am looking for. So obviously you need to understand that somewhere you need to manage it and somewhere you need to control it also. And that's what it reflects in the weekly sales report from the sales personnel. I will take you through in another topic, maybe in due course of time, what exactly and what are the best way to write the sales report also. Evaluating performance, one of the best way to control the variations. Now this is the way wherein you control after the evaluation. To my mind, evaluation is nothing to pinpoint any mistakes. Is the terminology, is the evaluation, is the performance to help you out to grow, is to understand what we went wrong and what was the best thing which we had done. So evaluation is to perform or is to grow upon our own performance, and wherein you can take the action, wherein you can control the different variations, and wherein you cannot control, that's you have to see. I mean, it is unrealistic, you cannot talk about it. So there are so many sales control which you can make: informal control, formal control with the written sales policies, policy formulation, formal control over sales volume, and budgetary control. So if I am talking about the controls, there are different type of controls as we have discussed, I have discussed right away. So informal control, maybe you being a retail store or you being a department are not having a control from top management. You know very well how to control your activities, how to control your sales power, how to control your budget. So here sales manager play a very crucial role in sizing up the situation and controlling the different sales also. So thank you so much, friends. In next session we will discuss about the personal selling, and I am sure you must have enjoyed. All the best. Thank you.